What's up, you guys? I'm Natasha. This is the kitchen at Shepherding Pepper's Farm, and today we are doing kind of a unique video. At least I feel like it's unique in my mind. It's not exactly a freezer meal, and it's not, preparing and storing your harvest. We're going to be making Subway at home, which if you like Subway, like we do, but you don't want to have to spend a bajillion dollars to feed your family, you'd rather just do it yourself, this is the video for you. This all came about because I accidentally made some giant size bread loaves. I make our bread here. I do our hamburger buns, our rolls, all of that good stuff. I do it because I don't love all the preservatives in the grocery store. I don't feel like they're good for your body, and I don't feel like they're beneficial to your metabolism and your immune health. So I try to make our own breads. Now, that doesn't mean that I never buy breads from the grocery store. I very rarely will make tortillas because, well, they're just a pain in the butt. I don't like doing it. And because of that, we buy our tortillas and other things. But when you are trying to make healthy swaps where you're making things at home and you're doing it yourself, you have to give yourself some grace. There has to be some moderation. You can't just switch over to every single thing being made at home. Otherwise, your full-time job is going to be just making things at home. So any little improvements that we can make by making them at home, we try to do that, and then we give ourselves grace when we can't do it with other things. And I think doing anything you can to try to make it yourself is just better for you overall. So on that note, let's begin. So this, again, like I had mentioned, started because of the fact that I had been intending to make not giant loaves of bread that turned out. I was trying to make smaller hoagies, and the bread turned out beautifully. It was soft, it was fluffy, it was absolutely outstanding. The only hiccup was that when I was shaping the dough, I did not do a great job of shaping it to the right proportion to make it the size that I was looking for. I was looking for smaller, like slightly bigger than a hot dog bun, more of a hoagie sandwich type thing. And what I ended up making was Subway sandwiches, essentially. That's where we landed. And the recipe that I used is pretty standard for a lot of my breads. I will make additions or adjustments, but if I'm just making a basic bread dough, which is what I was doing here, I'm going to use a tablespoon of instant yeast or about 1/3 of a cup of sourdough starter, depending on which one I'm using at the time. This time I used instant yeast. And then I'm going to add in 4 cups of water and 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar. Now that might sound like a lot because I think some people get wigged out by using sugar in bread. I had a comment one time in my earlier years of YouTube when I had mentioned this bread recipe, and they were like, that's so much sugar. And I'm like, well, not really, because you have to understand, I'm going to end up adding 9 cups of flour to this dough recipe. And this is going to end up making, I don't even know how many giant loaves of bread I ended up making. 3 cookie sheets worth. 3 cookie sheets worth, and I think there was like 8 on each cookie sheet of these almost tiny loaves of bread, or really large sandwich hoagie type Subway loaves. Like, they're huge. And so you're thinking if there's 8 on each pan, you're looking at 24 bread pieces, and I can't even eat a whole one when it has toppings and things on there. But let's just say, for hypothetical, I could eat a whole one. You're taking that 1/3 a cup of powdered sugar and you're dividing it by 24 servings. So the amount of sugar that you're actually getting is very minimal. It feeds the yeast, which helps leaven the bread. So, I mean, if you're adding 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar to every single one of those, then yes, that would be... I just banged my knee. I'm sitting in an office chair doing this voiceover, and I just slapped my knee on the side of the door over here. Whoops. And the chair is creaky, so it's just my normal chaotic self over here. So that is the start of the recipe. You're looking for 4 cups of warm water, 1 tablespoon of dry instant yeast, 1/3 of a cup of powdered sugar, and you're going to mix it all together, and you're going to let it proof on the counter. After it is proofed, you're going to add in roughly 9 cups of flour. If your dough is still sticky and not turning into dough in your mixer, work in another 1/4 of a cup of flour until it will form a ball. And then you're going to let that rise for about an hour. And you're going to divide that up into a lot of loaves of bread, or you could do like 3 or 4 traditional sandwich loaves of bread, or you could half this recipe and have a more reasonable amount. So there you go. There's that first step. I love aioli sauce. I absolutely adore it, and I make kind of a mock version of it that we have on a lot of dishes at home. And you basically just take, depending on how much you need, about a half a cup of mayonnaise, a decent squeeze of lemon juice, and then garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. Mix it together, and it is so good. It just elevates mayonnaise to a really delicious topping that has a lot more flavor to it. So I really enjoy that, and I have a tendency to put that on just about everything over plain mayonnaise. We do make our mayonnaise at home half the time. Occasionally I'll buy it from the grocery store because, again, time is valuable and I can't always make everything. But this is a really great way to kind of step it up a little bit. And the taste is just absolutely wonderful. Now, because I knew that I was making bread and I did not know I was going to be making Subway, I got out cheese and crackers and ham, and that's what the kids had for lunch. They just had cheese and crackers, and then I always have a veggie tray that I put out with things too. Like, oh, it's this whole spinny compartment. If you've been with the channel for any length of time, I've talked about how much I love this spinny veggie tray, and I will put that out with little things like this, and it's just an easy way to feed the little ones, because sometimes they enjoy more charcuterie style eating than having something pre-made for you. The older ones are much better about it. They'll eat whatever. Most of the time they want to just go pick out something and make it for themselves rather than have me make it for them, which just recently started and is totally messing with my mom brain. It's weird for me that they're at a stage now where they're like, oh, it's fine, Mom, I'll just get my own lunch. I'm like, okay, wow. Like, I didn't realize that you have grown up so much. You were just 2 yesterday. I don't understand. But yeah, that's where they're at. So I was just turning the camera on, and I figured if I start filming more regularly, it'll be easier for me to start filming more regularly. So just turn it on and just do it. And this was really great because this ended up being a day where it worked. You probably heard that in the background. My computer is downloading footage for me to edit while I'm doing this voiceover. But it ended up working out really well because I never would have filmed this ever. But I did because of the fact that I had the camera on. So I'm really glad about that. It was really nice to be able to use a lot of our fresh veggies as well. And I ended up turning this into another video later on, which you'll see. I've kind of been treating our house more like a deli. There's a whole video coming out on that rather than anything where I'm like pre-packaging things, like not in, to sell, but just stay with me here, guys. I need another cup of coffee. It's definitely an ADHD morning. But using onions that we grew on the farm, using the peppers, the sweet ones, and then I'm going to take you with me in just 1 second to go get jalapeños from the garden because everybody loves jalapeños. It's been really nice being able to use them fresh. And sometimes we have to get kind of creative with how we're using them when we have so many things coming in from the garden. It's a blessing and it's wonderful, but we also have to think of what to do with them. Are we preserving them? Are we using them? If so, how? Those are things that are constantly in the back of my mind all the time. We need jalapeños. These should be nice and spicy given the fact that it is like 100 degrees outside right now and I haven't watered these. I don't know how many of these I will need. I'm gonna grab a handful though. Okay, that's definitely more than a handful, but then I'm also gonna grab a couple of the Sante's sweet habaneros because we've been really enjoying these ones. gosh, these produce like champions. Okay, I better get back inside. So here I'm just going to go through the process of cutting up the jalapeños. I already did some of the sweet peppers earlier. I'm going to cut up some tomatoes, grab out some pickles, chop up some olives. Seth is a super big olive fan. I can tolerate an olive if it's there, but I'm not going to go out of my way to eat an olive. I have a daughter who absolutely despises them. She says they taste like dirty, mushy water, which is really funny. At least to me, I find it super humorous. So yeah, I tried to get as many of the Subway toppings as I could out so that all the kids could make their own sandwiches with some assistance. No cucumbers for you, though.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you do the flying thing.
Always out of the flying thing.
Oh, no, you don't mean that? Here I come to fly around.
You ready for an early dinner and pool? Good. It's not ready yet, but we're getting there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not ready yet.
I'm even gonna cut up some olives because I know you like them.
I do like that.
see like fonts and writing and symbols and all that type of stuff that she used. It was right there.
Oh, that's
That
so
thing
funny.
right there.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Save it and come down here.
I'm in the middle of a bus and I can't.
Alright. Sophia, would you like to go first? Okay. On tonight's Subway at Home, you have your choice of an Italian BMT, a Black Forest ham, or a turkey sandwich. Which would you like? Italian, ham, or turkey?
I'm gonna be Italian.
It has pepperoni, salami, and Black Forest ham.
Yeah, I want the Italian.
Okay, great. Do you want a foot long or like a half one? Okay.
I want a big one.
Okay. This is a little thick, so I might take some of this out of here. Just because it's a little bit like a lot. Alright, now I typically put on these, like when I order our Subway sandwiches, I typically put on it a combination of honey mustard and ranch. Do you want that same sauce combination?
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds really good.
That's my combination. It's always a mixture of honey mustard and ranch, and it is so good.
Yeah. We should make these like outside.
Oh, I think that would be super good.
Like these like this like fast food places, but we should make it kind of like
At home.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be super fun.
I'm mixing it together.
Mm-hmm. It's like a thing. Like this is how I order it from Subway.
Oh, I saw ones that look like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, and we decided on an Italian BMT. What type of cheese do you want? You want habanero, pepper jack, cheddar, or provolone?
Habanero.
Okay.
I have to convert it to my nose.
I'm very sorry.
That's strong. I forgot what the strong is.
Very good. All right, now for your choice of toppings, we have all the standards: onions, green peppers, jalapeños, tomatoes, olives, pickles, and cucumbers.
Jalapeños. I'll have some tomatoes. And pickles.
Oh yeah, pickles are great.
Yeah, pickles.
And then lettuce is the standard.
Yep.
Okay, now I always have them put salt, pepper, oil, and vinegar on my sandwiches at Subway too. Would you like to do that? That's the normal. That's what you've always had on your sandwiches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vinegar.
Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, it's delicious.
What type of vinegar is that?
Babe, get over here and look at my genius.
Take a look real quick, but then I'm gonna look at that stuff.
You better get over here and order your sandwich.
This looks amazing.
I know. I'm very pleased with myself.
I'm very pleased with yourself.
Thank you.
I'm gonna put this up in the garage.
No eating till everybody is ready.
What is it? Lunch?
It is Subway at Home. Now you may need to kind of squeeze it together a little bit because, you know, it is homemade bread, so it kind of is two pieces, but. All right. You have your choice of an Italian sandwich, a turkey sandwich, or a Black Forest ham sandwich. Like ham, turkey, or Italian. Okay, perfect.
Can I have tomatoes in my sandwich?
Yep, we're gonna do that part in 1 second.
I want to put mine.
What type of cheese do you want? I've got provolone, cheddar, habanero, and pepper jack. Regular cheddar. Cheddar?
Yes.
And you said you wanted an Italian, so you get ham, salami, and pepperonis. Okay, now, as for your toppings, what would you like? Tomatoes? Okay? Okay? You don't want jalapeños. Do you want green peppers?